Dear listeners, feel the real fear with us. Horror stories from all over the country and abroad. Those who have been, are being, or will be involved in today's episode. Greetings and love to everyone. I hope everyone is well and healthy. Like every episode, I am with you all to present the event you sent. In this spine chilling story, we delve into the air experience of a family who unknowingly welcomed a haunted toy into their home. It all started with a simple gift for a little girl, an innocent Disney Frozen Elsa doll that seemed to have a life of its own. What began as an ordinary holiday gift soon turned into a series of unnerving events that left the family questioning everything they knew about the supernatural. I came across this story through a friend, John Steven, who sent it to us via email from New York City. After reading it, I couldn't resist sharing it with all of you. What happens when a seemingly harmless toy becomes a source of terror? Let's find out in this haunting tale of the haunted Elsa doll. It was a cold winter evening, and the streets of Houston were wrapping in blanket of mist. The city lights flickered against the chilly December air, while the scent of pine and cinnamon filled the homes, making the festival spirit of Christmas. Inside the Madonia family's house, warmth and laughter echoed as they prepared for the holidays. Twinkling fairy lights adorned the walls. A beautiful decorated Christmas tree stood proudly in the corner, and the sound of holiday music played in the background. That night was extra special for little Aurora, the youngest member of the family. Her parents had gifted her something she had been wishing for all year, a Disney Elsa doll. As she tore open the wrapping paper, her eyes sparkled and excitement. The doll was stunning, dressed in a shimmering blue gown, with golden hair braided perfectly like the character from the beloved movie. But the best part, with the press of a button, the doll could sing, "Let It Go," speak in a sweet voice, and even respond with short praise. At that moment, no one in the family could have imagined that this seemingly innocent toy would soon become the center of a terrifying and unexplainable mystery. The little girl jumped with joy. It was a unique doll. Pressing a button would make it sing, "Let it go," speak in a sweet voice, and even change its facial expressions slightly. At first, it seemed like just another toy, but little did they know that one day, this tiny doll would become the source of their most terrifying experience ever. By mid-2019, the doll started behaving strangely. Normally, it would only sing or talk when the button was pressed, but one night, while the entire house was silent and everyone was asleep, the doll suddenly started speaking on its own. At first, the family thought it was some kind of technical malfunction, but things got creepier when they noticed something even more bizarre. The doll, which always spoke in English, suddenly started speaking Spanish. However, there was no option in the toy to change language. As days passed, the incidents became more disturbing. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, the doll would start singing by itself, even when it was switched off. The family grew increasingly uneasy and started fearing the doll. First attempt to throw it away, but it came back. In December 2019, the family finally decided to get rid of the airy doll. They placed it inside a large garbage bag and threw it outside in the trash bin. They felt relieved, thinking it was gone for good. But just a few days later, one morning, little Aurora screamed in a shock. The family rushed to her room and saw the Elsa doll was back, sitting on their living room bench. They were sure that no one had brought it back inside. So, how did it return? When they asked the children, they swore they hadn't touched it. Emily Madonia, Aurora's mother, believed them. After all, why would the kids dig through the trash to bring back a doll they had oiling discarded? This time, the family was truly terrified. Second attempt to dispose of it, but it returned again. Emily Maronia didn't want to take any chance. This time, she wrapped the doll in two plastic garbage bags before disposing of it in the dustbin, ensuring it couldn't escape. But just a few days later, the same doll was back in their living room. At this point, fear crept in the entire family. Was the doll cursed? Or was it being controlled by an unseen force? The family decided they had to take extreme measures. They needed to send the doll far away. Emily's husband connected a friend for help. They tightly scaled the doll in a package and shipped it to a different city, far from their home, hoping it would never return. Since then, the doll has never been seen again. After this incident, the family never saw the Elsa doll again, but the shadow of fear never truly left their minds. They know that it was not just a doll, it was something that had brought an airy mystery into their peaceful lives. Some people believe that toys or dolls are not just objects. They can something become a home for otherworldly powers. Perhaps this doll had housed a restless spirit seeking to make its presence known. Stories like that of the Elsa doll prove that there are many things in this world that are explained and something. Those mysterious affect our lives from the shadows, even before we are aware of them. Many researchers and paranormal experts suggest that toys or old objects can sometimes attract spiritual force. This event may be a testament to that theory. How, when, and why such strange occurrences happen remains a mystery. Perhaps one day the answer will be found, or maybe it will forever remain an unsolved enigma. Was it really haunted? When the story spread through the media, many people debated what had really happened. Some believed it was just a coincidence, maybe a prank played by someone. Others speculated that it was a technical glitch in the doll, and some firmly believed that the doll was haunted, possessed by a spirit. But the Maronia family knows this was no ordinary event. This was a haunted Elsa doll that mysteriously kept coming back. Do you believe that spirits can process toys? If you had a doll like this, what would you do? Let me know by commenting. If you have ever experienced something terrifying and unexplainable, we would love to hear your story. You can share your chilling encounters with us by sending an email. Our email address is provided in the description box below. But just in case, here it is again, thehorrorstories999@yahoo.com. You can also send us an audio recording of your experience if you prefer. Who knows, your story might be the next one we share. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. Stay with us for more spine-chilling tales. Until next time, stay safe and remember, some mysteries are never meant to be solved. If you have had any such miraculous and scary incident, you can send it to thehorrorstories@yahoo.com, and we will try to read the story in the next episode.